Building dreams. Canadian dreams. Across Canada's growing skylines and quiet rural towns, thousands of immigrants rise before dawn, putting on their work boots, reflective vests, and hard hats, stepping into a world of dust, concrete, and ambition. This documentary dives deep into their world, the unseen hands and untold stories behind the buildings, bridges, and roads that define the nation's progress. Building dreams. Immigrants in Canada following the personal journeys of men and women who left their homes, families, and familiar languages behind in pursuit of something bigger, the promise of opportunity and the dream of belonging. Through their voices, the film explores what it truly means to start over in a new land while carrying the weight of survival, pride, and purpose. The documentary takes viewers to construction sites across provinces, from the bustling developments in Toronto and Vancouver to the quieter, community-driven builds in Ottawa and Alberta. It captures the rhythm of their work, the hum of machinery, the clang of metal, the shouts between workers, sounds that blend into a symphony of perseverance. Amidst the physical grind and harsh weather, their faces reflect both exhaustion and hope. Through intimate interviews, we hear about their struggles, the fight for fair wages, the challenge of balancing family life, and the loneliness that often shadows the immigrant experience. Yet, we also see the beauty of unity, as workers from different backgrounds share laughter during lunch breaks, help one another through language barriers, and celebrate small victories together. Beyond the labor and sweat, Building Dreams reveals the humanity of those who build Canada's future one brick at a time. It portrays the emotional depth of fathers and mothers sending money home, young dreamers studying at night after long shifts, and skilled tradespeople using their craft as a form of self-expression and dignity. As the documentary unfolds, it becomes more than a story about construction. It's about resilience, hope, and the unbreakable human spirit. It's a tribute to the immigrants whose stories often go unheard, even though their work touches every corner of the nation. This film reminds us that Canada's strength and thriving infrastructure are shaped not only by Canadians, but also by immigrants who work tirelessly with pride and determination across every corner of the country. From construction sites and factories to farms, hospitals, caregiving homes, and the service and transport industries, their dedication keeps Canada moving forward. Through their courage and craft, they transform not only the landscape of this nation, but their own lives in the process. Through their voices, the film explores what it truly means to start a new life in a foreign land, carrying the weight of survival, pride, and purpose. For some, like Faith, the journey began far from here. She came from Kenya, Africa, arriving in Canada on May 30th, 2023, full of hope, but unsure of where to begin. She says, "When I first came, it was difficult to navigate the system. Everything was new, the people, the culture, even the weather. But I had a dream, to find my footing, to work hard, and to build something I could be proud of." Faith found her way into construction cleaning, a field she never imagined joining, yet one that gave her both stability and strength. Through long hours and demanding work, she found more than just a job. She found purpose. She says, "Construction cleaning gave me a bit of stability. Every paycheck meant more than just a wage. It supports lives back home, pays school fees our children, puts food on the table, and keeps hope alive for me family." As she continues to narrate, we hear about more challenges she battled. She says, "Life as an immigrant in Canada comes with challenges that are often invisible to others. The language barrier can make even the simplest conversations feel like mountains to climb. The loneliness can be heavy, waking up each morning with no familiar face to greet you, no family around to share meals or laughter. Every day becomes a quiet reminder that you are far from home. The only time I see my family is through Saturday video calls. Thanks to technology, those few minutes mean everything. I get to hear their voices, see their smiles, and for a moment the distance disappears. And when I send money home and see the joy on their faces, I know that every drop of sweat, every long hour, every sacrifice, it's all worth it." But behind that hope lies another silent struggle, the long, uncertain immigration process. The waiting, the paperwork, the sleepless nights wondering what will happen next. Not knowing whether you'll be accepted or deported weighs heavily on your heart. You try to stay strong, even when fear whispers that you might lose everything you've worked for. Still, through all of it, the cold mornings, the language barriers, the homesickness, and the endless waiting, we keep going. We keep believing. Because every immigrant carries a dream, not just to survive, but to belong. And that dream keeps us moving forward, one step, one prayer, one day at a time. As time went on, Faith began meeting people, co-workers who became friends, and friends who eventually became like family. She also says, when you migrate to a country where you have no one, you learn to build your own family. The people I work with are the ones who supported me, who made me laugh when things were tough. They became my home away from home. Faith's journey is just one of thousands. Stories of starting from scratch, facing uncertainty, and finding belonging through courage, resilience, and community. Together, these hands and hearts are building more than cities. They are building hope. They are building connection. They are building the very soul of Canada.